just got a call about 2 hours ago. From my sister-in-law's baby cousin Tracy. She told me that her next door neighbors she told me her next door neighbor's grandfather died last night at 8:06. His name was Wilford Brimley. He had a wife named Wilma Brimley, and she shot him. She shot him in the face, and it was an accident. Wilford was sitting on the toilet taking a shit, and he was on there for a while, and his legs are falling asleep, and hold up. Sitting on the toilet for a long time, and his legs were falling asleep, and he tried to get up, and that's when he fell down. And as he was falling down, his mouth was open as he was screaming. And his open mouth collided with the doorknob adjacent to his body. He broke his teeth on the way down. He fell like that. And the doorknob, it just fucked his head up. And there was blood everywhere. crawl out on the floor, dragging himself by his hands because his legs were still asleep. Circulation was cut off. So he's crawling on the floor. He's trying to crawl to his wife. But he couldn't talk. He could barely make a sound except like sort of a weird growling. And his wife, his bedridden wife, overheard him, and she overheard the fall, and she was watching TV, and she was watching a horror movie, and it got to her. It was revving her up. It was getting her scared, and and when she heard the noise, that made her even more scared. So she turned down the volume. She listened to him crawling and growling and gaggling. She got scared, so she grabbed the gun out of the nightstand. The nightstand drawer, and the crawling and the gaggling, it just got closer and closer, and it scared her more and more. She called out for her husband, and he couldn't answer, and she was scared, like she thought there was a monster in the room. And oh God, the closest he got to her, he managed to get to the foot of her bed, and he kind of grabbed up and popped up like this, and then like in a split second she got startled, got the gun, shot him in the face, and she realized that it was kind of like that part in Scream where where at the end where they kill the killer, they kill Billy, and they walk up to him like, all right, this is the part for one last scare, and he pops up for a second, and then she shoots him, bang, like, not in my movie. You remember that part if you've seen the movie. Anyway, that's how she killed him. And then she took her own life. She looked up into the ceiling. She just bawled to herself, and eventually shot herself out of the guilt for what she had done. It's fucktarded. Seriously. So it's 9:04 a.m. and I'm on my way to the funeral. Alright, fuck this shit. I'm getting bored. Just check the date.